Every day the sun rises to give us a message. The darkness will always be beaten by light. Let's welcome Ma Durga and wishing my all viewers Happy Durga Puja. Ma Durga empower you and your family with health, wealth, happiness and positivity. On this Durga Puja, we wish that Ma protect us all evil of the world, because this is the COVID situation. We wish Ma blessing us peace and happiness. Let's come back our original subject. In my earlier video, I have discussed about some question of abstract algebra which had come in NBSM exam. Today I will discuss more question of abstract algebra. First I will say one question of abstract algebra which had come in Session Net exam 2017 December. The question is, let capital G be a finite abelian group and two elements A and B be the member of this group with the condition order of A equal to M and order of B equal to M. Then which of the following are necessarily true? Here notice here int has indicate necessarily true. Option 1, order of AB equal to Mn. Option 2, order of AB equal to LCM of Mn. And option 3, there is an element of capital G whose order is LCM of Mn. And option 4, order of AB equal to GCD of Mn. Okay? Now let's verify the option. For option 1 and option 2 and option 4, I will indicate one example to contradict this option. Here given G is finite abelian group. So I can consider the Killen-4 group because we all of us know the order of the Killen-4 group is 4 and this is also abelian group. And we all of us know the structure of the Killen-4 group. Killen-4 group contains three non-identity elements A, B and C. And order of each element is 2. That means order of A equal to 2, order of B equal to 2, also order of C equal to 2. Okay? So option have indicate order of AB equal to Mn, where M equal to order of A and N equal to order of B. By this construction of Killen-4 group, we all of us know the AB equal to C and order of C equal to identity. That means order of AB equal to 2 because this is has indicated in the question as M and this is has indicated in the question as N. That means Mn equal to 4. So order of AB cannot equal to Mn because order of AB equal to 2 and Mn equal to 4. So first option is a wrong option. Second option also has indicate order of AB equal to LCM of M and N. For this option, we can also use this group. For more concept, I will use other example. Take a group G equal to set containing the element 1 and minus 1. And here I have considered the operation is multiplication. And consider two elements A and B. Here I have considered these two elements are same. And then A equal to -1 and B equal to -1. This is I have considered. Then order of A equal to 2, which is M, and order of B equal to also 2, which is equal to N. Then what would be AB? AB equal to minus 1 times minus 1, which is equal to 1. Then order of AB equal to, this is also will be 1. And notice LCM of M and N always would be LCM of Mn equal to 2. Then is order of AB is equal to LCM of 2 and 2? No. Therefore, this cannot possible because order of AB equal to 1, which is not equal to LCM of 2, 2. Therefore, second option is a wrong option. Similarly, if we consider Killen-Ford group, then for this option, consider A and B are both same. Then order of AB would be, since both are same, this is equal to order of A square. And we all of us know in Killen-Ford group, A square equal to identity. That means this is equal to order of E, which is equal to 1. But LCM of M and N always would be 2. If we consider Killen-Ford group, this option also will be wrong option. Okay. Now I will see the fourth option. Fourth option indicate order of AB equal to GCD of M and N. For fourth option, we can also consider this example. Here notice order of AB equal to 1 and GCD of order of A and order of B also equal to 2. So, by this example, we can tell order of AB cannot equal to GCD of M, N. Option 4 also wrong option. Okay? Well, now I will verify the option third. Option third is very interesting. Option third has indicate there is an element of the group G whose order is LCM of M and N. Option has given order of A equal to M and order of B equal to N. If we consider M and N are both different, then this would be very interesting. Just think. I have to prove there is an element of the group G whose order is LCM of M and N. And we all of us know LCM means least common divisor of M and N. Okay? P equal to LCM of M and N. Then P is the least multiple of M and N. Then P equal to K times M and also P equal to S times N. Okay? Then AB to the power P would be, since the group is given abelian group, this is also equal to A to the power P and B to the power P. This is true for only the abelian group. And put the value, then this would be A to the power Km times A to the power Sn. Okay? Since order of A equal to M and order of B equal to N, then this value would be identity, also this value would be identity. That means this is equal to identity. This line, this is always true. Order of AB equal to P. That means when order of A and order of B are different, then order of AB would be similar to LCM of these two order. Okay? Option 3 is the right option. there is always an element capital G whose order is LCM of Mn. Are you getting? This is true only when order of A and order of B would be different. Now I will say new type of quotient group and its subgroup Q over Z. Since Z is normal subgroup of the group Q, then this is actually look like set of all element A plus Z where A belongs to set of rational number. Okay? This group contains infinite number of element. So order of this group is infinite. We all of us know this is means Q mod Z is an infinite group. Okay? Well, element of Q mod Z is look like A plus Z, and this is would be equal to A plus Z equal to whole integer if and only if A belongs to integer. Are you getting? Okay. As for example, if we consider the element 5 over 2 plus Z, this is actually equal to half plus Z. How? How can possible it? Just think. First, 5 over 2 plus Z equal to 3 over 2 plus 1 plus Z. Okay? And this is equal to, we can write it also as half plus 1 plus 1 plus Z. This is actually equal to half plus 2Z. Sorry, this is not 2Z. This is actually equal to 2 plus Z. Okay? 2 plus Z always would be belongs to integer. So, this is actually equal to half plus Z. Are you getting? I will see every element of Q mod Z is of finite order when the order of the group is infinite. If we consider x equal to half plus Z, then what would be order of x? Just think. X square means x plus x, since here the operation is addition, that means this is equal to half plus Z plus half plus Z. Okay? We can write as 1 plus Z, and this is nothing but actually the whole Z. Okay? So, order of x equal to what? 2. Are you getting? Well, for an arbitrary case, if x equal to p over q plus z, when GCD of p and q equal to 1, then y to the power q equal to, we have to operate it as q times, that means this is actually equal to q times y, and this is q times p over q plus z, and from this line this is equal to actually p plus z, and this is nothing but actually the whole z. Therefore, order of y p over q plus z, this is equal to q. Are you getting this order? Order of every element of q mod z is finite order. Okay? Well, now I will discuss one question which had come in NBSM exam. The question is, which of the following statement are true? Option 1, if capital G is a finite group, then there exists n belongs to natural number such that G is isomorphic to subgroup of GLNR. We all of us know GLNR group. This is the set of all n cross n invertible matrix with real fields. That means we have to prove any finite group is isomorphic to subgroup of GLNR. At first I will verify the first option. Just recall Cauchy's theorem. Cauchy's theorem says every group is isomorphic to group of permutation. Okay? Just try to prove this theorem. Here given G is a finite group. Okay? And consider SG set of all function from this group to group itself such that F is bijective. Okay? For each G belongs to G, capital G, define a function phi G from capital G to G, which is defined by phi G with the element A from capital G equal to A times G. And this function is always bijective function. Try to prove it oneself. Also, I have proved it elaborately in my earlier video. I have defined the Cauchy's theorem and I have given the link in my description box. At first, I will highly recommend you please see my earlier video. Okay, then today's video would be so easy. Then phi G would be element of SG. Now define another function psi from capital G to SG. Okay, such that psi G equal to phi G. Okay, always injective homomorphism. Okay, well, this is the injective homomorphism. So this is the capital G and this is the codomain and this is the image. Since there exists injective homomorphism with the image, so this group G is isomorphic to image of the codomain. G is isomorphic to subgroup of codomain. Okay? Well, if order of G equal to n, then by this formula I have got G is isomorphic to SG, and since the order of the group is n, this is will be isomorphic to Sn, since here the order is n. And by Cauchy's theorem we all of us know every group is isomorphic to group of permutation group. That means this is equal to permutation group considered as Pn, and all permutation group since invertible, so this is subgroup of G-ln. That means our proof has done. If G is a finite group, then this is isomorphic to subgroup of G-ln. Are you getting? Well, first option is the right option. Now let's see the second option. The second option has indicated there exists an infinite group G such that every element other than identity is of order 2. Here interesting thing, infinite group, but every element has order 2. Just think, in Q mod Z, I have seen this group is infinite, but every element has order finite. But here we have to find this group which has every element of order 2. Consider the group of polynomial with coefficient from the integer modulo 2 under addition, then every element has order 2 except 0, which is the identity element. So this example will be true for option 2. Similarly, if we consider this group Z2 direct product Z2 direct product Z2 so on, this group is also of order infinite, but here the order of every element either identity is of order 2. Okay, so second option is the right option. There exists an infinite group G such that every element other than identity is of order 2. Now let's see the third option. The third option has indicate the group GL2R. Here GL2R, that means set of all 2 cross 2 invertible matrix with real fields, contains a cyclic subgroup of order 5. We all of us know this rotation matrix is a cyclic group of order n, and this is always invertible. And when n equal to 5, then this would be, here only put the value of n equal to 5. The group GL2R contain a cyclic subgroup of order 5, and this subgroup would be this. Okay, this is the cyclic subgroup of order 5. Therefore, our third option also right option. The group GL2R contains a cyclic subgroup of order 5. Okay, well.